Welcome, Aquarius. This is Regina from Pacific Tarot, and I pulled for you for this new moon in Taurus energy, the Ten of Pentacles. Most of you understand this card to be one of legacy, what you intend to contribute to your community, to the world at large. And for many of you, what is emphasized at this time is speaking to me of transition. From all the struggles, from all of the difficulties, hardships, challenges, and blessings that you've received in your lifetime, you are reaping and elevating your consciousness to a place of spiritual abundance. This is the legacy you are cultivating through your actions and your deeds. And this is going to be particularly felt at your foundational level. So that can mean in your home, in your family, in your roots. Your ancestral roots are making clear to you, connecting with you, communicating to you, supporting you in this transition to an awareness and a generosity of spiritual support that you are prepared to offer others. This is a general reading, Aquarius, so it isn't going to resonate for all of you. However, I do offer personal readings. If you're interested, information is in the description box below. I welcome all of you, my familiars and new, and appreciate deeply the time that you take with me. So, before I get started, I have pulled a Yogic Path Oracle card, Niyamas, and I'm going to read to you about its reversed position as a way of tracking the progress that you have made and perhaps the questions that you are bringing to this reading. This is a time to go within. The answer to your question lies inside of yourself. By turning inward and doing the internal work, everything around you will shift. As you practice purity in your body and mind through yogic postures and controlled breath, are you holding on to toxic thoughts in your mind? It's time to move toward contentment and realize that there's purpose to your every struggle that you've gone through. Use your disciplined energy to move past your limiting beliefs and procrastination to begin your true study of yourself. When you make yourself your project, you'll experience celebration of the spiritual. So I'm going to put this aside and we'll get started with your overall energy. The Nine of Wands shows you how you are showing up in your community for others. You're showing up relentlessly. You are pouring out your energy, your inspiration towards the variety of tasks you are undertaking. There's a kind of leadership that you're exhibiting as a result of your effort, of your behaviors, the model that you provide to others. You have incurred a lot of experience and have the scars to prove it. But you are waiting for a kind of permission to step into your leadership role. There's a way that you are exercising all of the responsibility and considerations of a leader, of one who is implementing their vision, and yet your desire to be inclusive, to support a true collaboration among your colleagues makes it sometimes difficult and reflects your misgivings about stepping into leadership. Not simply the title of that, but the actual exercise of that because of the way you've been trained, how you've gained your experience through the conventions and traditions of your profession, your education, whatever your practice, whatever your work is in the world. In the first house, the King of Swords, when you separate yourself from your powerful feelings and emotions, when you release the emotions attached to experiences that have brought you through a complete cycle of hardship and triumph, you're able to see clearly that your lifetime behavior is about the pursuit of truth, a bigger truth than yourself, because this truth includes ways that you implement justice, what you know to be right in your everyday practice. And this has implications for the way others see you showing up, and the way that they become inspired and they become willing to challenge their own assumptions as you challenge the assumptions of a culture, narcissistic culture, a materialistic culture. And so this is bringing you to a place of realizing your own deservedness, your own worthiness, your own justice. And that whether you call yourself a leader or not, you are acting as one. And this is probably what is most important, is your behavior, not just your words. In the fourth house of your soul, your home, your foundation, your family, the Queen of Wands is about the seat of your power, the seat of your confidence, your willingness and ability to determine what you desire and to be determined in your pursuit of that. Because you're so clear about what you want, this is inspiring others further. And this is beautiful because there's so much here already about the way you conduct yourself, the way you manifest, the way you claim what you desire, that is inspiring others and drawing others to you. Not only their labor, their attention, but the resources that you need to claim and pursue your goals. And in the seventh house, the Four of Pentacles is about those significant others for whom we have laid a foundation in our own practice, our own discipline in our lives. The way our foundation in security and stability, confidence, is the framework on which deeper connection can be forged as a leverage to the work that you're doing together with others. There's such a big emphasis on the concrete mechanisms by which you are of service to others and engage others in that service, in that effort, that is deeply grounding as you are making a transition into a more spiritual place, a place of recognizing your own spiritual abundance and spiritual abundance thus that exists for everyone else. I'm going to pull a crystal oracle, Aquarius. Almost called you Sagittarius. And I pulled the Libyan gold tektite, and the key word is manifestation. I manifest positive outcomes. And this is absolutely clear from what you're showing me here in terms of not only your actions, your clarity, your pursuit of the truth of what's right, of justice, but your confidence in achieving that, your tireless efforts to continue that. This is really showing up in the place of your own self, your own home, your own foundation. In the first house, the King of Swords is clarified by the Five of Cups. As you elevate your awareness, as you move closer to understanding the richness of your experience and all of the wisdom it has brought brought to you. It is quite likely that many of you are being increasingly triggered by old memories, old anger. It's as though your body is detoxifying, is flushing itself out as you open up more and more to the guidance that you selected to be here and to contribute your gifts. You are processing the things that hurt you, that you're angry about still, and that is in some ways healthy, because the closer you get to this appreciation of the spiritual abundance of your life, the inheritance of your life, you are also increasingly rooting out the things that have tripped you up, blocked you, hurt you, made you sad, pulled your attention away from yourself, your own best goods, your own highest good. So this process of sometimes feeling overwhelmingly sad, and then in the next moment feeling grateful for something that hurt you, something that caused you a lot of pain, perhaps something that took you a long time to get over, only to realize that you were better off. So this close to the surface triggering that you may be experiencing is evidence indeed of your spiritual growth and awareness. The Queen of Wands in the fourth house is clarified by the Four of Wands. 2 4s, that's the number 8, which is always about successful manifestation. But in this case, it feels as though you have used your spiritual retreat, the ability to recover from these difficulties, to really parse through the experiences and really understand how you are now grateful for these difficulties, for bringing you to where you are. There's a sense that you're where you need to be, that you can proceed at your own pace. And what may feel like a long period of inner study is one that you now accept as your spiritual foundation. You understand that the more you study your experiences throughout your life, particularly those that were the most harmful to you, that triggered you the most, that were the most dramatic or traumatic, are really the places where the deepest resources of your own can bring about the resilience that you are experiencing in the outer world. This is what others see. You're a spiritual warrior, never ceasing to look for the truth, never satisfied with one problem being solved. You see the bigger picture and the greater necessity for all of us to be clear on our privilege so that we can support those who need access to those same resources we've had. In the seventh house, the Four of Pentacles is clarified by the Lord of Staffs. This is the King of Wands in other decks, and you have the Queen of Wands here in your foundation. So I'm feeling as though you have come from a place of really needing to care and heal for yourself, and at an intimate level, at a very private, personal level. And the confidence, the clarity, the assertiveness that's been triggered by your clarity as to your goals. And the partnerships, the real world resources you have to achieve those. So it feels as though all connections with others are based on a solid foundation of productivity. This is what you and your partnerships, your colleagues, your collaborators value, is being productive, efficient, and thus in a place of generosity, always. Inspiring movement, inspiring advancement, growth, expansion to the next level. And in the 10th house, the 9 of Wands is clarified by the 9 of Jades. Through all of your travels, all of your experiences, all of your willingness to fight, in many cases for the underdog, Aquarius, that is you. You have understood that you have needed to cultivate your own garden, your own interests, your own resources, to invest in those things that really inspire you and motivate you to be your responsive and prosperous self. So you understand that that independence of self is what gives you the ability to choose what is right for you, to do the right thing in any situation. Your independence assures your freedom, your liberation from anyone else's rules and regulations. And so this independence is really this sense of wholeness, of having come through the fire over and over again and coming out in a place of stability, of security, of prosperity on your own terms. I'm going to finish up this reading by rereading the upright position of the Niyamas card, and it reads, it's titled The Laws of Personal Observance. You're beginning to reap the rewards of the inner transformative work you have done. This is just the beginning of a lifelong practice of personal observance. Tune into what your soul needs at this moment. Are there toxins in your body and mind that need purity? Are you experiencing contentment for all the blessings that you've been given? Are you using your disciplined energy to take you toward your divine purpose? Continue the practice of self-study. There's always more that you'll find when you open up the pathway to your true spirit. Take some extra time for yourself each day to practice the celebration and contemplation of spirit. If you've enjoyed this reading, Aquarius, check out more content here. And until next time, namaste.